I'm Allison, and welcome to my weekly meltdowns coverage of Big Brother 21 Week 9. This is our little live feed and spoilery update, and we have, as always, Deb is with us. Excuse me, I got issues tonight. I got gas. It's happening. I apologize. Don't get me started. So we've got Deb as always. Tyler, I wish I saved that burp for you. And the queen of Sequester herself, Kim Mattina, who will be joining us on Tuesdays when she's available. We're so happy to have you. And quickly, before we forget, which we won't, Kim will be on Rob Has a Podcast tomorrow evening.
Yes, tomorrow night at 6:15 Pacific, 9:15 Eastern. I will be on Rob Has a Podcast, recapping tomorrow night's show, the veto show, as well as any spoilers that happened during the day, which I have the feeling, according to Nick, tomorrow might be a busy day for the hamsters. So I'll be on with Rob and with Brent.
Yeah, it's going to be great. We will be listening and supporting as always. We're very proud of you. That is a big deal. I'm so excited. I can't wait.
Your dynamic with Brent is going to be so entertaining. I can't wait to hear it.
I don't know how Rob's going to get a word in.
He's not. He's just going to have to bow down.
Let's put it this way. Brent sent me a message today going, Kim, if you don't feel like you can't kind of cut in with me, he goes, or just feel free to come right out and say, Brent, shut the fuck up and let me talk.
Yeah. But that's why we love him. He's so dynamic, and he just tells it like it is with no filter, right? You know, sometimes like everybody else can be a little bit more like family friendly concerned, but Brent just tells it like it is, which I absolutely love and respect the hell out of. So, and so do you as well, Kim. So I can't wait to see the two of you kind of argue back and forth about Big Brother. And I'm excited for some passionate conversation about the game.
You are like our Brent Wagamont.
Yeah. Yes.
You're like Brent. I'm like Rob. Tyler's like Taryn. And Deb's like Melissa. You know what I'm saying?
That's very true, actually.
Does that make a good? Okay, except I think
that's pretty good comparison.
Rob's classier. Wait, burp on
all I know is I'm beside myself, excited to do this, and I'm excited for the Sequester community.
Yes.
Because honestly, this is really big. Audrey is so excited about it, and it's like, oh my gosh, it's like being, having our little club initiated into this private exclusive club of Big Brother.
About time.
Oh,
it's been a while. This has been a merge, and been in the May. It's been a while. It needed to happen. So we got a lot of people in the chat. AB, the Piano Man All-Star, Kyle. Happy birthday, Kyle. Happy belated birthday. He is in the chat. Mars. Hello, everyone. So. When we
Yesterday was my daughter's birthday.
Happy birthday to, what's your daughter's name?
Erica.
Happy birthday, Erica, Deb's daughter.
Happy birthday, Erica.
Happy birthday.
On my daughter's birthday?
Oh, my daughter's birthday. Oh
I know. God. Actually, Rockstar was broadcasting last night on TV on my daughter's birthday.
On my daughter's birthday. Oh, my gosh.
Disgusting.
It's disgusting.
And tomorrow is my son's birthday.
Really? My son's birthday is October the 11th. It's like
my son's going to be 29 tomorrow.
Oh, my son will be 23 in October.
Oh, I don't have children.
Good.
Yeah. You're a child yourself.
Right.
How old are you, Tyler?
I'm 27.
Yes, that's how old my daughter just turned.
Yeah. Well, happy birthday to Erica. Happy birthday to Kim's son. I can't wait to start talking about Big Brother with you guys. So, of course, go ahead, Allison.
No, I'm just going to say, when we left on Thursday, Holly won HOH.
Yeah.
Correct. And go ahead, Tyler. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I got to say, guys, I'm very impressed with Holly's game. She's very cool, calm, collected. She's very, I really hope that either her or Christy wins this thing. And it's not even close for like a third. I just think that she has what it takes to be a pretty mid-tier winner here. And I'm excited to see Kim probably disagree with me. But I have mad respect for the game she's playing. I have mad respect for how aware she is of how she's coming across on the feeds, with the exception of like having sex with Jackson at night. Everything else though is I'm saying yes to. I'm saying yes to her thought process in the diary room. I'm saying yes to the choices that she's making. She put up Nick, which I think is the right move. I think that he's like really trying to wiggle his way back and forth, and I'm glad that his implosion last week that tried to get Christy out is just totally just blowing up in his own face and his own game. And I hopefully we'll see him going this week. So
Okay.
what do you guys think?
I haven't watched the feeds at all today because I've been out all day. Is there any plans, Kim? Do you know what's going on?
As a matter of fact, well, first, let me take a step back. Tyler, you're not full of shit, but
Okay.
you know what? I find her to be kind of hypocritical in her thought processes, because she stands back going, oh my gosh, I'm from this conservative family up in Wyoming, and I hope I've done nothing that would embarrass my family. Girl, you cuss like a sailor, not as bad as Nick, not as bad as every other F-bomb people in there, but you still do cuss in there. You're having sex on the daily in there, to the point that we're talking about your crabs. And I saw them referred to as Macbeth, by the way, today.
Oh, I love that.
I love Macbeth. But anyway, so we got
That's
Macbeth with the crabs. We got Macbeth having the sex. We got freaking Jackson over there dropping trout in the corner, not caring that the camera is on him. He's like, oh, you better turn the camera off. Drops trout. We've got full ass right there of him. So I just find it very hypocritical that she stands back professing to this virtuous life and game and everything else, and that is not what is happening.
Sure, and I totally agree with all of that, Kim. I want to separate that from the game that she's playing and her winner's equity and her moves that she's done so far, and the fact that like her and Jackson are winning all these competitions and they're still in like a power position instead of being targeted. I mean, like Christy is still like a big target left in this game that will get targeted before them.
They're not being targeted because Jackson's won 4 out of the last 5 competitions.
Yeah, and it's impressive.
Holly has won the alternate weeks, and the 6 shooters have won every competition except for 2. There we go. There's Jackson dropping trout.
Ask and you shall receive.
Thank you so much, Allison. Really appreciate that. He's got a nice ass. I just don't want to see it on the
I'm
big
like, it's
screen,
not that bad. It's not a bad butt.
No.
But, so strategically, see, and I think that them pushing to get rid of Christy, which could potentially flip tomorrow,
Which is what I want to hear,
is not the greatest move for them, because remember now, Christy and Tommy have disassociated themselves enough that they don't see Tommy in tight with Christy, but they see him in tight with Nick, right?
Yeah.
Now, obviously, we know that they're in tight, but Nick brings up some very valid points. He's like, okay, so Tommy was saving Christy, but voted against her, but she ended up saying he was loyal to Sam, who he voted out. He was super loyal to Sis, who he voted out. He was super loyal to Jack, who he voted out. You keep Christy in. This is what Nick's argument is. You keep Christy here, and you're going to have an issue. You're running Tommy right into her arms, and that's a power duo. And he has lied to everybody. So for him to say, if he wins, he's going to keep you safe, and you don't have me in your corner, you're screwed, because Christy's going to throw it to him. She threw the last HOH. Why wouldn't she?
But this is exactly how players like this float by for a lack of a better term. And that's like somebody that kind of wiggles their way between all of these pairs and stuff like that. I don't know, maybe I'm just like really hypersensitive to that, like, but if I were in that house, I would be so scared of a player like Nick, and I would really want to target him because of that. And for the same reason, like I'm watching Survivor Australia right now, like a player like Harry like really terrifies me, because he is just so dangerous. If you let him get any further, he's going to slip by into the end. And then when he's at the end, he's going to say, I only had myself. I didn't like have somebody else that I could rely on like the entire game. And you guys all took shots at each other, and I just kicked back and watched it happen. And I picked the right people each week to align with. How can you argue against that to win, right? Like that is so dangerous to get to the end with.
Do you like Dirty Harry?
I don't. Well, I don't, and I'm just terrified of people like that. I always say, if I was ever to get on Big Brother or Survivor, the type of person I would want to take out of the game is the person that causes chaos, like the Tony Vlachos, just like the crazy kind of person that just like throws shit against the wall and sees if it sticks.
That's both Christy and Nick.
I think Chrissy's emotional, but she's not as
she was able to flip the vote last week. That's chaos.
That's a very fair point, Deb. And maybe this is just my like feminist edge showing a little bit.
And to let her get by another week, you're handing her the game.
Yeah,
you're handing her the game.
Totally fair. I would rather see a woman play a game like this than a man.
Right.
Well, I agree with that. I really do. The problem is, if you're one of the other players, you've got your power couple in the HOH.
Yeah.
You've got Christy and Nick on the block. So no vote there. So let's look at the other players. You've got Jess, you've got Nicole, you've got Cliff, and you've got Tommy, right?
Yeah.
Those four. Tommy is not hurt with either one of them going. Because if Christy goes, he's in with Nick. If Nick goes, he's in with Christy. Right?
Got options, yeah.
Okay, Nicole is in with Nick. It's to her benefit for Nick to stay, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's probably going to get put on the block by either one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then Jess is going to get put on the block by Nick for sure, and probably not by Christy. Mm-hmm. So it's to her best interest that Christy stay. So then if you look at the power couple, who's going to go after the power couple? And who's going to do something about it? Is Christy going to go after Nick and Holly? No, she's not.
She can't win competitions enough. That's why you need Nick to stay.
She can't win. She hasn't won anything since the very first competition, which got thrown to her. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you got Christy, who really has not done anything competition-wise, but is a huge strategic threat. She can in and out, right?
Not only that, but she let's not forget that she is nominated this week because of the prank twist. Like Holly and Jackson did not target her.
Holly was putting her up.
Yeah.
Holly was going to put her up.
Holly was putting up her and Nick. The prank twist didn't. It was a fail. It did nothing to change the direction of the game.
Good.
So you got, but obviously Christy doesn't know that.
The only thing it did was put less blood on Holly's hands.
Yeah, exactly.
So you got Nick who will go after them and can win competitions. He was second to Jackson in the veto. Mm-hmm. So if I'm one of those other players that I know I can't take a shot at Holly and Jackson, and I haven't won enough competitions, Jess, Tommy, who could turn it on, Nicole, who if it's brains type of competition
or a puzzle
do okay, or a puzzle, and Cliff. So if it's anything physical, your only chance to keep Jackson or Holly from being in the HOH fucking one more week is going to be Nick.
And let us not forget, like a lot of these competitions going down the line are those quizzes about like days in the house, like those type of comps. And Cliff and Nicole really know their shit when it comes to this. So I really could see Cliff or Nicole.
So do Tommy and Christy.
That's very true as well.
Okay, did you hear Nick going through the birds, which would not surprise me, by the way, to be the next HOH competition?
Yeah.
Was the birds overnight? Did you hear? He went boom, 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 went in order, every single one of them in like less than 45 seconds.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. Do you really think that they would use that for the next comp though?
I could see him doing that. Sure, why not?
I don't think so.
Well,
I think that's bad television to make a comp that references to like a previous week's comp and forcing the very casual fan to remember that. I don't think so.
I just don't see CBS putting that much money into the birds set not to use it.
That's fair. Allison brings up a really good comment in the chat. Nicole has no veto chip, remember? So this is really interesting. Somebody on Reddit broke down the people who have the highest and lowest percentages of getting picked for the power of veto throughout all of Big Brother history. And oddly enough, Dr. Will has the best pick rate for playing in a veto competition out of anybody. But
The best?
Yeah. Like he has been picked 7 out of the 8 vetoes that he's been eligible to be picked for, which is really, really interesting considering he didn't win any of them. But what's even more interesting is Nicole is now considered to be the unluckiest person in Big Brother history when it comes to veto draw. Across 21 seasons of Big Brother, Nicole now has the worst percentage of pick rate out of any Big Brother player.
I
That
feel
really
bad for her
sucks.
if she hosts tomorrow night or Tuesday night, because she was the only one who doesn't get picked.
I know, bless her heart.
And if someone gets house guest choice, they need to pick her.
And that was Marty W that said that, not me.
Yeah, no, there has not been a house guest choice where she could have been picked, because the house guest choice were primarily 6 shooters or someone who owed something to a 6 shooter. So it's been mostly them that have been picked up on house guest choice. And the one time that Nicole was picked in week 1 was by Kat, and it was not a house guest choice. It was her chip that came out.
Yeah. So when people say like, oh, Nicole, like she is a flop with all these comps and stuff, she really hasn't had a chance to shine compared to everybody else. So how much can we really fault her for that, right?
Can't.
That's very, very, very true.
Yeah.
And when you have these HOH comps that are physical, and she's going up against, Jackson, she doesn't stand a chance.
Exactly, which is the perfect reason to keep Nick in. I'd be, as one of the people voting, I would be making a deal with Nick and saying, you've got my vote, but if you win HOH, who are you putting up, and who would be your replacement?
Right.
My guess is more than likely he would put up probably Macbeth, and that he would put Jessica in there as a replacement if he had to.
Allison, what do you think about you on Thursday kind of manifested Nick's name for the prankster for the prankster vote? Are you happy that he won? Do you think he made the right choice with who he put up?
I can't stop impressing myself here lately. We manifested the Jess HOH. I was dead set, balls deep, all in on Nick being the prankster. And this is like the whole, like I watch the feeds, like I get up I go into work at like 5:30 in the morning on Fridays. And so I'm up extra early, and I apologize because I know I'm blowing y'all's phones up, but I'm watching the live feeds because they're still up. They're still wired from the comp and what's been going on in the house. And Friday morning, after what's her name, Christy left the HOH room, Holly and Jackson were sitting in there, and Holly was like, I knew she was going to pull this, because they mentioned putting her up as a pawn, and she's like, oh, you're really going to do that now? And I'm sitting here thinking, you offered it. You said you were going to do it. And then, Nick, of course, wins the prankster, and he puts up Christy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, But now Holly and Jackson aren't getting any blood, because let's be real, it's their HOH. They're not going to get any blood on their hands if Christy goes.
Yeah.
Because they didn't. But then again, Jackson won the veto.
Good reason to send her out.
Yeah, and Jackson won the veto, didn't use it. And, I'm listening to all of this back and forth, and I'm thinking to myself, yes, Nick has voted out people he was close with. 100%. And then you have Christy, who's pledging her loyalty and all of this stuff. And she has actually, am I wrong, done everything she said she's going to do. I'm going to vote this way. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And I'm not singing her praise at all, because I'll be honest with you, I want her to go. But I can also see where that wouldn't be beneficial as well. But we're seeing things that they're not seeing. So it's kind of hard to, you know what I'm saying? Without
I see it as it's beneficial for her to go, one, because Holly won't get any blood, or is it Holly? Yeah, Holly won't get any blood on her hands. So it's not on her. And two, they need what's his face to win the next HOH and take out Jackson and Holly.
I mean, it'd be very easy if Jackson or Holly ends up in the final two. It's very easy for them to say, Christy, I'm so sorry that you were out of there. Unfortunately, that was the prankster week, and it was at Nick's hands. Bottom line is, I honestly think Nick loses to everybody because of the amount of blood on his hands. If he does get to the final two, he loses to everybody except possibly Jess.
True.
You think that he loses to Nicole?
Yes. 100%. 100% he loses to Nicole.
I would love that.
She makes it to the
That
final
would
two.
be-
I mean, they're talking in the chat about, we need to address the fact that Jess is in top 7, and her name even coming up?
Yes, by Nick. It's been brought up by Nick. It's been brought up by Macbeth. It's been brought up by not really so much by Nicole or Cliff at this point, because I think they both feel that she's someone they could beat, that she's a good goat to string along, per se. So yeah, it's been brought up by pretty much everyone except Tommy. Also, Tommy, I haven't heard bring up Jess's name.
Mm-hmm.
Tommy is just floating on by. Everybody loves Tommy.
See, the thing is, like, Nick, he loses to everybody but Jess, but I really don't want him to get there. I really just don't respect his game. I really don't.
But
I don't think he will, though.
I don't think he will either.
But
my biggest fear, like right now, is a Jackson win for the season, to be honest.
That's just it.
and that's why Nick needs to stay.
Now almost guarantees Holly or Mickey or both end up in the final three for sure.
Do you think they would take each other?
I think Holly would cut him.
I think Holly would cut him, but I think that he would take Holly.
Why would Holly cut him, though?
She loses to him.
She knows it too.
I think she would take him.
And I think I think Holly is savage enough to cut him.
I think so too.
And they're in a position where they can both win HOH. I mean, he's eligible for HOH this round, and he can play, and then she can play the next one. So it's like they could just take freaking turns at this point.
I have a good comparison.
Nick.
I have a good comparison, guys. Do you see Holly and Jackson as the Kayla and Derek of Big Brother Canada 6, where the big question of the season was, can Kayla cut Derek in the end? And of course we saw Paris win and take out Derek instead. But maybe that's the narrative for the rest of the season moving forward. Is Holly going to be able to cut Jackson? Is that going to be a thing? Because you guys are right. Like, they're just taking turns, like, winning all these competitions. And I feel like we're trying to find our Paris of the season, who's going to surprise us all and steamroll with a few really important comp wins at the end there.
That's Nicole.
Yeah.
Nicole.
Oh, man. If Nicole is like the new Paris, I would be obsessed with that.
But what would her
So
argument be in final two, though? Because what has Nicole really done?
If she takes out Jackson and Holly,
That's all she would need.
growing, that's all she would need.
Yeah.
I don't see any competitions coming up that she or Cliff could possibly win. Do you?
There's going to be at least one luck competition in there that she could potentially win. There's probably going to be some type of balance. I still think there's going to be like a swings or circular motion type competition. I think we're going to see something like that still. And then questions, the A, B, C, D, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the first where they've got to climb the steps, go up and down the steps based on whether they got questions right or wrong.
Before or after, yeah.
Before and after, higher, lower, the guesstimating numbers.
The Final Four veto competition in past seasons recently has been like the days competition where they're asking like what day did what number day did so and so get pied in the face, for instance, and like they win based on like how close they are to the actual number. So that's a competition that I could easily see Nicole or Cliff winning.
Exactly. So
what a crucial comp to win too.
All it's going to take is one time, or at Final Four, she doesn't even have to win HOH. All she has to do is make a shot and win POV, and she controls the game right there.
Right.
Her vote would be the only one to count. So I think there's plenty of opportunity for her to do something. And we're still at 7. I mean,
we still got a month of this shit left.
7 is the critical number to take out a comp beast. You cannot let a comp beast get past final 7. You can't.
Yeah, because then they're guaranteed to play in every veto.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's why
I have to pee real quick. I'll be right back. Okay.
Okay. We'll talk about Nick or Jackson. In my opinion, Nick or Jackson has to go this time. Jackson has the POV and can't. Has to stay this time to take out the other one, because otherwise Holly and Jackson have the rest of the season.
So Nick needs to go.
No, Nick needs to stay.
Nick needs to stay this time.
But is he going to, though?
You know what? He's going to pull out his arguments tomorrow. He said that Wednesday. He said this 2 days ago. He said, I'm just going to be social. I'm going to talk to everybody, but I'm not going to push for anything until Wednesday.
Is he more likely to win an HOH over Christy?
Yes.
Oh,
sure, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because Jess ain't going to win an HOH, okay? And I don't see Cliff or Nicole really, and nothing against them. I just don't see it happening.
Exactly. That's why it'd be dumb to get rid of Nick until they can get rid of one of the Jackson or Holly. One of the
Did you wash your hands?
I always wash my hands.
Yeah, but that was really quick, though, Tyler.
My bathroom's like right there.
I mean, did you use soap?
Yes, I used soap. I'm a guy. I can pee fast. Anyway, what do you guys think about the clowns that have kind of taken over the Big Brother house?
Oh my God, poor Nicole. Poor Nicole. She's been terrorized.
I know, right? Like, if only this is a promotion for It coming out next month, which I think is a missed opportunity.
2 weeks, honey.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so excited.
I cannot wait.
I think we're going to see a ton of Nicole on tomorrow's show and on Thursday's show, because between the clowns
and the pies
and the pie wars.
Oh,
okay. And this is one thing as okay. If it sounds like I'm rooting for Jackson, I'm not. So let's get that out of the way. But and I think he's fake as fuck right now with this whole persona. I'm bettering my image, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
The one thing I love the chemistry, friendship, fun between Nicole and Jackson.
I do too.
Because it's
so
genuine. It's genuine.
I never, ever, ever in a million years saw coming.
Yeah.
No, and neither did he. Neither did he.
No, absolutely.
I think initially he was at the mindset that he wouldn't give a girl like that the time of day.
He came right out and no, actually it was Jack that said that.
Yeah. But
in
still,
real life, I would never associate with someone like Nicole.
Both of them are solidifying those jury votes with each other for sure.
Yeah.
But so much fun when oh my God, when she was trying to pie him and he was diving and hiding behind doors and they were going after it. But when she came in the HOH and she had that pie, number one, never have the pie high because you're going to get it every time. But so she has the pie out there and she goes to hit him as he's hiding behind the door. He comes out, she goes to hit him and he takes her hand and puts her own.
Yeah, I saw that.
That was so funny, but ultimately she ended up getting, but she got him yesterday.
In the kitchen.
Yeah, in the kitchen.
When she went to hit him and he ducked, he figured she was just going to miss, right?
Right.
She did not hit him with it. As soon as he came back up, splat, got him.
I don't know. Something about being pied in the face is just so funny to me. Like, this is one of like the stupid punishments that I actually really enjoy. And those the diary rooms with
I would literally have a spoon eating it off of my face.
Well, they said it smelled bad.
We saw Jaws eating it off of her own face. Oh,
I would eat it.
It's in my okay. I have planned this out. If I'm ever on Big Brother, and that happens to me, I'm putting a shower cap on. That way, every time I get it in the face, it doesn't get in my hair.
I think that's smart. I think
Is
shower
that what
cap
you do
is
when you
actually
have
one of the
sex?
things they provide.
Yes, when
Wait,
I have
what?
sex, I wear a shower cap.
Oh,
we know that because Christy was wearing one in the shower when Tommy gave his soliloquy.
yeah, and she's like,
What?
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 Okay, I'm sorry. And the videos of those that they put other people going, what?
Yeah.
So funny.
The Pulp Fiction one. The Pulp Fiction one is good.
The Pulp Fiction one's a good one with Samuel L. Jackson. The one with what's her name?
What? Say what? They speak English and what?
What?
Oh my gosh.
What?
But she was wearing a shower cap in that one, which kind of cracked me up. But
also, I want to talk about a tweet that I sent you guys. Was it earlier today or yesterday? I'm going to share my screen real quick because this is just gold. So let me see. Can you see my screen?
No.
No, I have
No?
to share it. Hold on one second.
Okay. So, Robin Cass tweeted today. She said, "Hey, BB Can 8 hopefuls, I'm confused by the results of my casting poll. What are you most scared of? Rejection, meeting with casting, getting on? I'd love to know why you're scared to apply. You never know till you try." And all of these responses are just so true, so awful to it's really pinpointing the problem. Like, everybody is saying here, casting is awful. They cast just the same Instagram models, influencers, people at bar, recruits, that kind of crap. I downloaded Tinder. What else do you want me to do? Stuff like that. And what's just so embarrassing about this for casting is her tweets to just arguing all of these things is she's not even listening to the problem. She's just saying the 2 or 3 exceptions to this rule, and they're saying oh, look at how great we are. You're totally wrong. You don't understand how it works. We know how it works because we've been auditioning for this shit for years, and it's really insulting to the super fans who really want to be on the show and apply year after fucking year to just get a tweet response like this from the head of casting. It's beyond immature, and it really it's entertaining, all of this shit that she's getting, but it also just pisses me off.
My response, and I wanted so bad to say, but I didn't respond, was well, I'm afraid that once again I'll go through the rounds of going to submitting a video or going to the open casting call, then making it to the finals, almost going to California, and then all of a sudden the person that gets my spot is a recruit who's never seen the fucking show.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, that's what puts me out.
It's disheartening. And Jess was saying she had watched the show, but like 5 or 6 seasons worth.
Yeah.
So she wasn't a super fan, but she had watched the show before, but she was recruited.
Yeah.
But
Jeff was
why?
recruited.
Why would you recruit Jeff?
She's an idiot.
I'll guarantee you,
She can barely
I could-
formulate a sentence.
I could go on Twitter. I could find 100 plus size people that are gorgeous, model worthy plus size people that are super fans and or have half a brain.
Yeah.
Because she ain't got none of that.
Honestly, they need to clean house with this entire casting team. And I can't wait for next year's open casting call, because I'm so serious, guys. I'm doing this, and I'm going to take a picture of the paper when I do it, and I'm going to tweet it, because I want this shit to go viral. When they ask on the piece of paper, they ask every year, why should we pick you to be on Big Brother? I'm going to write, because I'm tired of you guys casting influencers, people that don't know the show, and obvious recruits. I'm literally going to write that, and I'm fine with getting some pushback on that, because it's true, and they need to hear it like right from our mouths, and not online where they can just kind of filter out and ignore what they want and respond how they want and think about it. Like I'm totally fine with putting that pressure on them, even if it means I'm like blacklisted from casting, because let's be honest, like I'm an actual like real person. I'm never going to be cast on the show. Allison, you're a real person. You're never going to be cast on the show. Same for Kim, same for Deb. Like it's ridiculous. Like it's so rigged. It's so it's really unfortunate.
It really honestly is. Because I look right here at this group of 4 people going, if we had absolutely zero contact with each other, we didn't know each other's names, where we were from, nothing.
Yeah.
It could be brutal in that house, because I'm just sitting here going, okay, Allison with her snarky facial expressions where you can read exactly what she's thinking. She has no poker face. You got Tyler up there who does have a poker face and is sitting back, and he'll make that grin, the one you're making right now. And he'll look at you going, you're full of shit. You're full of shit. Not saying it, but thinking it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got Deb down here who gives side eye. Look at Deb. When Deb gets snarky, she never looks directly at the camera. She's always side eyeing it. You know something is coming. I would be reading facial expressions hard with this group.
Yeah. I mean, just look at Survivor's casting. Like they cast like far less recruits. And I also don't want to hear the excuse of, you know, these people aren't applying. Like we have to pick from like the people that apply, because I look at the cast for Survivor Australia.
Oh my God. I was just going to say that.
Yeah. And how small that casting pool is compared to the United States, and just how like out of the ballpark they do with casting in Survivor Australia every single year.
Well,
rarely a dud with them.
Yeah.
Robin posted once, like at the very beginning of the season, before the season started, but after the cast was released, and someone made a comment of, how come there hasn't been any older females going back to like Rennie?
Yeah.
Because really there hasn't.
Yeah.
And she made the comment, well, in order for us to cast someone like that, we have to get applicants. And I'm like, bitch, please.
Right, exactly.
Get up. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't make any gosh damn sense. I'm going to walk in the next open casting call and act like the biggest nitwit you've ever seen in your life and talk about, I've never seen the show. I just saw it was an open casting call. I bet my ass V-lines right to the front.
Right. I mean, like the you know, this says it all for itself. Last year, I fully believe that Sam took your place in casting, Allison. I really, really do.
Thank you.
I would die on that hill. I would bet my savings that they found Sam after they promised you finals. They found Sam, and that's when they kicked you off.
Well, you know who,
I agree with that.
You know who the alternate to Nick was?
Who?
Do any of you know of another male Big Brother fan / Sequester person from New Jersey. In fact, from the same town as
Nick
Nick.
DeLucy?
Nick DeLucy.
Yep.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I might be a
You
little
kidding
bit
me?
of a stalker, but yes.
Yes, it was Nick. Got
He's even
on-
more attractive than Nick. Like, what the fuck?
No,
Like Nick DeLucy is beautiful.
Yes.
and he's smart, and he's a
Mhm.
gamer,
He's
And-
a fellow winner of Sequester.
and they cast. And he went to the open casting call, actually in Nashville.
Mhm.
Just so you know, I was at the same casting call. He came up to me and I didn't even see him. And he goes, "Are you Allison from Sequester?" And I was like, "Holy shit, you're Nick." And of course, I'm like, going crazy. And we took a selfie and I posted it. I was
love
like,
Nick.
this is the most godly specimen. I just want
Nick?
to touch anything, your pinky, your toes, anything.
He
Nick,
is beautiful.
I'm sorry,
Cameron,
Captain
from
Obvious.
Cameron from season 2, Jace from season 1, and Nick all went to the casting call, the open call in Nashville together. And
That girl, Brittany, who was on Sequester, I see her at the open casting call in New York every year. And she is, like, I'm telling you, she, like, really energizes that room. Like, so many people will just, like, flock to her. And she's just, like, Miss
Sequester
Socialite.
Brittany?
Yes.
Sequester Brittany?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, apparently she's kind of blacklisted because she made BOTT finals.
she was BP. She and Alora were both BBOTT finalists,
Right.
but she's super good friends with Alex and Morgan,
Mhm.
and
Yes.
also, and Dana is too.
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure I'm blacklisted from all the shit I've been giving all of them this year.
If I wasn't
Whatever.
blacklisted before, I'm sure I'm blacklisted after I retweeted Robin Cass's question today, and I said LOL at these responses. That's what I
Listen.
said on Twitter.
I guarantee
I give no fucks anymore.
you, the four of us could cast Big Brother 22 and it'd be gold.
Hell yeah, absolutely,
Just
100%.
just send them to us. Just whatever. I don't
I
give
could
a
go.
crap.
I could go in my Facebook friends list and
Oh.
cast a whole season.
Tell me.
with don't know
About
each other.
Exactly.
Cast Brent Walgamot. Like, that would be insane.
I love Brent, but I mean, even look at the casts that Audrey has put together for Sequester.
Yeah.
For both
Thank
Yes.
you.
five
Yes.
seasons, as well as all those onlines, and then you start looking at the minis, and the
Yeah.
people, and the minis not so much because it's thrown together real fast or within 48 hours before it, but
Except when she schedules me.
the 11,
Except when she schedules me.
Oh, I'm sorry. The 11 Sequester seasons online, plus the 2 live, and with the third one coming up. She looks for dynamics, and she looks for people. This last season 2, I had never met anybody that was there.
Mhm.
Okay, so I had not met in real life anyone that was actually there. I knew of a couple of them, of course, from Sequester. I knew of a few of them because I had watched them on TV, but I had never actually met any of them. So, but just the personalities and the dynamics. And fun fact, those were all kind of couples.
Yeah.
She paired everybody up.
Absolutely. But it was fluid enough of connections that it didn't drive the entire season like it has with Christy and Tommy this year, or Kat and Holly. You know what I mean? Like, it's a different circumstance.
Absolutely. Who do you think I was paired with?
This is tough. Did they make it far?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
I don't know. Tell us.
I was paired with Cameron
Okay. And final 2.
because he put on his application for
Yeah.
Sequester that he liked older women.
There you go.
So if I wanted to get paired with Nick DeLucy,
Hypothetically.
hypothetically,
In a game sense only, right?
what would Allison need? to put on her list.
Say I like tattoos.
Well,
Tattoos.
you're blonde. You're already blonde, so you got that.
Yeah, well, from here down, yeah.
As opposed to where?
No,
Do you know-
do
Do you know that Do you know that
Nick's
Nick's mom and Nick's aunt? I went to school with his aunt, like all through grade school. I know his aunt very well, and my brother went to school with his mom.
That's so funny.
Somebody's asking what is Sequester. Let's explain what Sequester is really quick. First of all, go to sequesteraccess.com, and there are past well, they're not seasons, they're cycles. We call them cycles on there. I'm in cycle 5 and 6. Deb is in cycle 1 or
1.
and Kim, I know you're in 6 with me.
1 and 6.
1 and 6. And Tyler, we're still working on you. Okay.
I know. Not by lack of effort. I'm trying.
Audrey Middleton put together kind of an online version of Big Brother. When they play online, it's like 5 or 6, it's usually like 6 or 7 days from like 9 to 11 at night Central.
But it's not Big Brother.
But it's not.
No.
I'm sorry. It's not
It's
Big
an online
Brother
reality
at all.
game.
It's an online game, and you are in chat rooms. You are voting people out. You're winning secret immunities. You're winning safeties. You do all kinds of things, and it's so cool the way she put it together. So what I would suggest is go to sequesteraccess.com and look it up. There's a video for dummies. I'm not calling y'all dummies, but there is a thing that they made to show it. Actually, I was on the original video for dummies, but
I saw that.
Replaced.
Okay. On my forehead.
Exactly. But it's really fun to watch. I guess back in the day, because Audrey is from Big Brother, people compared it to online Big Brother. But I have to say, as I've played twice and played a mini and one, it's my God, it's so stressful.
I like that and 1.
It is extremely stressful. Or you can also go to YouTube. YouTube.com/Sequester Access, or you can just Google Sequester Season 1, Sequester Season 2, and it's got the Google links to go right to it. Right. But I would say the only thing that is like Big Brother, at least in the live version, the only thing that's like Big Brother is the fact that we lived in a house together with no phones, no outside communications whatsoever.
For how long? Like 5 days or?
Huh?
For like what, 5 days or something?
Yeah, 5 days.
Oh, and the other thing that's like Big Brother is the fact that Big Brother steals shit from Sequester.
Yes, Big Brother has taken quite a bit of stuff from Sequester, but the fact that we lived in the house together, if I were to compare it to any game show or any show like that, or reality show, it would be The Genius.
I really want to watch that.
Oh my God, it is the greatest.
I feel like that's right up my alley.
You'll watch it and you'll go, oh, I see where Audrey got the idea to do that.
Yeah.
So as far as the challenges and stuff like that, it's definitely more like Minute to Win It meets The Genius. The living conditions are closer to Big Brother, and the voting and the strategy of it, I would say, is really closer to Survivor, because you can't guarantee safety without getting an LOS, which is like an immunity idol. So a lot of the strategy comes around that.
Yeah, definitely.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
And one thing, and before we go through what we think is going to happen on Thursday, I will say,
get back to Big Brother.
Hey, listen, if it hadn't been for Audrey, none of us would be in this chat room right now.
Yeah.
Because I think Audrey found me on YouTube from my YouTube channel, And in turn, I met Deb, and then Deb introduced me to Tyler, and I met Kim, of course, through Sequester. So it has the benefit of uniting people who share the same love and interests of reality shows and orgs and stuff like that. And it's an amazing thing. And I'm happy that I have a platform that we can all launch from and talk about these certain things. And it, you know, like I said, I used to do this alone until a year and a half ago.
Mhm.
So I'm glad to be doing it like this. But back to Big Brother 21, I
And
guess.
fun fact.
It's the end game.
I actually knew Audrey from online reality games
Oh, did you?
before she was ever on Big Brother.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's cool.
That is awesome.
And so when she was on 17, myself and someone named Joel Manning, who is from Australia, were her guests at the wrap party in WeHo, when they had the BB17 wrap party. And really fun fact, Danielle Reyes was holding a glass of red wine. We're in the VIP area, right? And here comes Davon wearing a white lace dress. Okay, now keep in mind, I actually really like Davon, but she was full of piss and vinegar that night. And she's wearing a white lace dress. Now, why do you wear a white lace dress out to a bar with lots of alcohol, right? So she goes.
These young people just don't know, Kim.
Somebody accidentally bumped Danielle Reyes, and she spills red wine on Davon's white lace dress. Davon whips around and was ready to cuss her out.
Oh, and then she saw it was Danielle Reyes.
She thought it was Danielle Reyes. She was still pissy about it, but Danielle kind of smoothed it over pretty well.
Of course, like the great player she is.
Like the
accident
legend that
happened.
she is. She calmed it down at the bar too. But let me tell you, if it had been me that spilled the red wine on Davon, forget it. I would have been.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Airlifted?
Chewed your ass off.
Airlifted.
So
and spit it out at the next person.
So what are our predictions for who's going to go home on Thursday? Who do we think is going to win the next HOH? What do you guys think?
I don't know.
I think Nick is still going.
I don't know. I don't know. I think he's definitely crafty enough to flip it.
Yeah, I could.
They need to see that he is the only hope of getting Jackson out.
I don't think so. I think he's going to fall flat.
No. If everybody else sees that he is the only opportunity to keep Jackson and Holly from flip-flopping every single week, because if they're in power, guess what? Every single one of you is going home. So if he can make them see that without shoving it down their throat, I think he could be safe. And Nicole's planting seeds. She needs to be really careful with that, though. But she's planting seeds with Holly, with Macbeth.
So, what in a movie analogy kind of way, Tyler, would you say Nick is the only hope? He is the Luke Skywalker, that he is the only Jedi that could possibly take down Darth Macbeth.
I think that Nick thinks that he is, but
nobody else does.
I don't think they're as untouchable as they think. I think that especially with some mental comps coming down the line, I think we still have plenty of time for swings to be taken at both of them, and Nick is not the only savior to do so. So
my prediction.
You better hope so.
Yeah,
I say get the dangerous player out now.
My prediction is Christy's going home, and no, wait, sorry, backpedal. Nick's going home. Christy will try to win HOH, but she will not. Holly and Jackson will not win HOH. It'll be some kind of mental competition, and it'll be between
Cliff.
I think Cliff, Nicole, or Jess will win. I think that one of those three will win HOH.
I can see Tommy winning this next HOH too, and I think that would be very good for him.
It's Jessica.
I don't want to see Jessica win anything else.
I
I am so
can't.
fucking
Well,
over
Allison, you're the one
Jessica.
manifesting things for the season.
Look,
so.
I'm not manifesting anything. I
Can you
just said
manifest a
everywhere.
Nicole win, please?
Yeah, I think we all want that.
Manifestation right there. I think that Nick is going to survive the block. And
Okay.
I think it's going to come down to Nick and Nicole for HOH, and he's going to throw it to her.
He would throw it to her.
Well, we shall see. Kim, just one last question. Are you watching Australian Survivor?
You know what? I'm like 2 episodes behind on it. But
It's
yeah,
so good.
I saw that you posted one today, and I got so excited. I'm like, I can't wait to get home.
It is so good. Like it is such high level gameplay. I love it so much.
do you watch Survivor South Africa?
I don't know,
Okay.
but I've heard really good things about it.
In the off season, you need to go watch Survivor South Africa also because it is so good also.
Yeah, I'm
Are
way
you-
more invested
Are you
in.
caught up? Are you caught up on it?
I am. Yeah.
I just can't. I can't believe what just happened.
So
Don't
good.
say anything. I haven't started yet. But we do have
Oh.
a question. If Cliff or Nicole have a chance, she said, I think Tracy Burke said, I think Jackson would let them have it.
I
What
think
do you
that's
think?
really smart of him to do. Actually.
Actually, I do think it would be smart. I think that Cliff would potentially keep him and Holly safe, at least on the initial knob. That's not to say he wouldn't use them as a replacement. But I don't know. Nicole could get ballsy. We don't know what Nicole would do because she hasn't been put in a position.
Somebody
Yeah.
needs to put Tommy's ass on the block. His ass needs to hit that block.
Personally, if it were me, if I were in Nicole's position, I would put up Christy and Tommy because she has no relationship with Christy or Tommy, really. I would put up Christy and Tommy, and then I would turn around and put up Jackson as replacement.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But what are but think about this for a minute. How many vetoes have Tommy and Christy won?
Well, Christy,
One.
nothing. Tommy has
One.
one. Yeah.
One, and he took Christy off. So the only thing that scares me about that scenario is if you're going to try to backdoor Jackson, I would want to put someone up who you think would win because I just don't see these two winning anything as far as the veto's concerned.
I
He
don't
said the
think
same thing about
Tommy
Jess,
has,
though.
right,
Played
but I
it
don't
out.
think Tommy tries hard enough. I don't
No.
think that he has had the fire to his ass yet.
He-
You had to.
And yes, he doesn't have to. And that's the thing. I don't think he's trying to win shit because he doesn't have to.
Oh, speaking of fire to the ass, Deb,
Yeah.
we want to ask Tyler something real quick that we were talking about with
boy. I'm
Nick
afraid.
and Tommy. What Nick was
Yeah.
asking
Oh
Tommy.
yes, Deb asked me this. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, so Nick, we don't know about Nick's true sexuality, whether or not he is a bisexual. Not that I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. You know, I love gay
Of course.
people.
Do your thing.
You know, I love me some gay people. Anyway,
Me too.
is Nick exactly? Is Nick using bisexuality as a tool, as a strategy, or is he truly bisexual? And how far over the line is that?
So what I said to you, Deb, Kevin used this strategy very well, very effectively in Big Brother Canada
But
5.
he is bisexual.
Doesn't matter. That is simply a label. Like they are still performing the same action to move further in the game. And I am under the school of thought of whatever it takes to get to the end. Like how bad do you want it? How bad are you willing to go to get yourself to the end? The further somebody pushes that, I'm very okay with, quite frankly.
I mean, Nick's basically presenting his asshole.
Yeah.
He freaking asked, what's his name, about the entry into his buttocks.
He said, if you put it in my butt, how long will it take you to finish?
I mean, you know, like even if he's not bisexual, like he's using this as a strategy to get closer to Tommy.
Absolutely, yes.
I'm very okay with it. I am not personally offended by it at all.
Hey,
Well,
Yeah.
I'm offended by it, but then again, I'm also offended by Holly and Jackson fucking in the shower. I was offended by Sis and Jack fucking in the shower, fucking in the bed. I don't need to see him go under the covers to be giving someone a blowjob down there. I don't need to see anybody coming up. That ain't strategy, honey.
I've got a hot take.
Yes.
What?
Anyone? Okay.
Oh, and
everyone,
by the way,
try to contain your
Tyler-
excitement.
Tyler would pretend to be straight.
Oh, listen, Tyler and
Have a
Yeah.
relationship with a woman
yes.
to.
I think I
get the
said
game.
if I was single, I would not cheat on my boyfriend for that.
Okay, here's the thing, Tyler.
There is a
You
cheating
and
if it's a woman.
I are in the house. We're faking a showmance. He knows better. Do you know the show we would put on those live feeds under the covers? Those freaking covers would be going like, "What the heck?" And we would be making animal noises. It would be, and we would be like, "What are they doing?" And it would be the greatest thing on the planet. Speaking of,
That is something I could get behind.
we can do that.
Literally.
One of my close friends who
play cards under the cover or something.
playing Twister. Like, how is his head down there and her feet? Anyway, so I've got a friend of mine. He was curious, so he went to Pornhub
Mhm.
and typed in Big Brother. And the first thing that came up was a montage of Sis and Jack. And okay, I watched it. Okay.
Oh, I'm going.
I fed you
logging
want it? I'll
off.
send it to- See,
Going on Pornhub.
We have no shame here.
I can send you guys a link, but I'm not, I don't
Send
want
me a
to.
link.
I'm not, I don't, I'm weird. But anyway, I watch porn. Who cares? Everybody watches porn. But here's the thing. I'm watching it and I'm fast forward. There's some stuff, but they're in the HOH shower and she's blowing him and they're doing it doggy and all this stuff. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, how does the footage of the HOH and it's them. I mean, it's them. And I'm like, how does this footage get out?
Because it
They
was
don't
on
show-
live feeds.
Do they show the HOH shower on the live feeds? Do they show them having sex like that?
I mean,
See, I
April
didn't
and
know
Ollie
that.
like really had lots of like out in the open sex. I think that's probably the most extreme example.
I mean, I could send this to you guys and you guys look at it and you'd be like, how in the hell did they? I mean, I can't imagine them
I'll put my
showing
glasses on.
Yeah.
straight up sex like this in
Jackson fucked Holly from behind in the bed where she didn't make a sound, so it still makes me go, probably not that good.
I'm still
It hurt.
Not good at all.
There was not even so much as a squeal from her, so he can't be that good. But it was very, very obvious exactly what was going on. So that's why when we started at the beginning of the show, and I was like, she's like hypocrite, you know. She it was all good and fine and dandy until we find out that it's on the fucking feeds, which is why you don't bring recruits.
And she's pissed off at Zingbot,
Exactly.
and Zingbot came, and she's pissed off at Zingbot because Zingbot said she was getting Jackson's sloppy seconds. And she's like, I want to self-evict if that's what everyone thinks about me.
That's the way I'm being portrayed.
That's what we know about you. That's what happens when you take sloppy seconds.
Okay, but here's the thing. I'm looking forward to seeing the actual zing to see if they say Holly's name, because when Holly and Nicole didn't hang out, but according to this zing, it's Nicole hanging out with an old buzzard. My first thought was Cliff.
That's what Zingbot tends to do, though. They tend to like set up what you think is going to be the joke, and then they do like a punchline like that. So I could see that being true.
I don't
We'll see
know.
tomorrow.
We'll find out tomorrow night.
But apparently someone was saying because the buzzard gets, eats sloppy seconds,
Yep.
eats the leftovers.
It's going to be good.
And no matter how many times Jackson says it, he did not like being called a pompous douchebag. And
But he is.
We're gonna get a letter from Mom about that too.
I don't
Please
think he
bring
was
it.
offended by the douchebag part. I think he was offended by the pompous part.
Because he knows he's a douchebag.
He already
And-
knows he's a douchebag.
And I'm over the watermelon montages.
Yeah.
Okay.
My
We
God.
get it.
We get it. You like watermelon.
We get it. Stop it with the filler shit. Like, I would rather watch a montage of Jessica facial expressions.
And Christy
Can
chewing.
I call CBS and ask him to please stop stocking watermelon because we're tired of seeing it?
They
We're
won't
done.
listen.
They won't listen. You think they're
The
Please.
storage room
give no
and how
fucks.
much fruit and vegetables were in there for 8 people?
I know.
It's a
It
lot.
was
He's
a
so catered to.
ridiculous amount. But you know what? The one thing though is that we never talked about though was the creepy clowns, and that's why I think that this week's going to be a lot of Nicole tomorrow night and Thursday night. I think she's finally going to get her edit
Good.
because between the pies and the clowns, production totally pranked her.
Real quick before we sign off, Kim and Deb, who do you think is the winner of Survivor Australia?
Oh.
Oh, Survivor Australia. Oh.
I think it's Pia. I think she's gonna win the season. I would like it to be Janine. Janine is like a top 10 Survivor player for me. She's incredible.
Janine is
I
good.
think Janine's got it.
She's incredible.
She
She's so
really
good.
is. They really need to start targeting her. Like,
She's the godmother.
yes. Like, why has she gotten this far? Seriously.
Incredible player.
Knowing that she has like those 3 girls, like they're like a tight trio.
Exactly.
Go. She got it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She had to go before the last person that went.
Yeah. So you guys think Janine's our winner?
I'm feeling that.
Yeah. I think it's Pia.
I think she's getting. I think she's getting the edit, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so too.
But
But we can do like a separate show about Survivor Australia. I just wanted to hear what you guys thought for 1 sec. I know we got to wrap
But
up.
what I do think about Survivor Australia is that the casting was incredible.
Incredible.
They should
Very
cast freaking Big Brother
incredible.
22, maybe.
you guys,
Yeah.
I want to talk about Nicole and the clowns
Yeah,
And
go ahead.
and how Big Brother,
Sorry.
how production told them to all hide. And they scared the shit out of her. Like
Oh, that's
they
that's the-
flipped the lights off and they had the scary clown coming out of every mirror. And it freaked her the fuck out.
It would
Why
freak
are
me
they
out, too.
doing that to her?
I don't feel bad for that. That's what you signed up for.
Well, look, here's the thing. Clowns don't really freak me out that much,
They don't
but
bother me either.
I'm
Put
gonna
Allison back there. That's more terrifying to me.
I'm gonna pee on somebody. I'm gonna pee on somebody. I can think of someone I want to pee on right now. If something like that happens, y'all better be ready for a little trail.
Could you imagine just Allison like with like a flashlight in her face behind that glass?
Allison pissing herself.
Boo! Oh,
She just
Oh,
goes, here's
shit.
the thing, and you know it's about to go down.
the next
That would be-
person that jumps
That would
out
scare
of
me.
me is getting sprayed.
Or just like the four of
Y'all-
us, like just bitching
Y'all made
about
me
casting.
wet my poisey pad.
I forgot to put it on. I didn't know I was going to be going with this today.
I think it's about that time.
Never leave home without it.
Turn the lights out on her.
Yeah.
Do you think they're going to do the haunted house? I like it when they do the haunted house where they hide things in the house and they have to go through and find it. And there's like, that's kind of making me wonder if they're going to have that as a competition, especially with bringing
Yes.
clowns out and stuff. I think that would be really cool. And when are they trashing the house, Vito? You think they're going to trash the house?
Oh,
Vito?
that's coming. That has to come up soon too.
Yes.
Oh, hide the veto? I don't know.
Who's better? Who do you think would hide it best?
I think Nick would be pretty good at that. Actually,
I think Nick would do well at it. I also think
he's
That's
dirty
what-
enough.
that's one I think actually Cliff would be really good at, because Cliff was analyzing everything in the house the other day, anticipating that last veto might be hide the veto.
Hmm.
hide and go veto or whatever.
I'd put it in a box of tampons.
You know what? I would put it, you know how countertops like have, so they've got the countertop and it comes around and then you've got the cabinet down here, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Countertop extends in just a little bit because it has to be supported by the cabinets. There's a ledge right underneath there. I would totally hide the veto. I would wedge it in that ledge.
I have a hiding spot, but I'm not telling anybody on air in the event that, one of my people get on that I need to give them that hiding spot, but I have a really
Well, tell them to hang out in a bar or go on Tinder, and maybe your wish will come true.
Yeah.
Or I put it over the top of the sliding glass door.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
No one would see it coming in, and by the time they're leaving, they're done. And they can only take one veto. So,
Well,
okay, and I also think that if Nick stays, this game is so freaking fluid. I don't know who would win in HOH. I honestly, I think it's up in the air. I know who I don't think would win. I don't think Jessica would win.
Yeah, I agree with that.
If it's mental, I don't think Mickey wins, and Beth can't play.
Mm-hmm.
So that really only leaves Cliff, Tommy, Nicole, and Christy or Nick.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be interesting. This is one of the few years where it's actually been so fluid that you don't know for sure they've nailed it unless Nick goes. If Nick goes, we're fucked on the rest of the season. It will go back and forth.
Yeah. So
I want it to be unpredictable, though. I want if Nick.
I do too. That's the price that we pay for
unpredictable,
like such a shitty preseason or pre-jury.
True.
right.
Yeah. Sorry, Allison, I interrupted you. Say that again.
I love to have nice things.
Yeah, I want Nick to stay just because I want it to be unpredictable. So that's just me. I'm not saying I'm a Nick fan.
Exactly. Thank you.
I just that's how I roll.
Your team TV is what you're
I'm
saying.
team feeds and shit.
Team fun feeds.
Look, drama. What do I have on my name tonight? Drama. Hashtag drama. I don't want people sitting around holding hands, singing Kumbaya and being happy. Fuck that. No, you better be dysfunctional and crazy and off your freaking out of your mind. That's the only way I'll be happy. On that note, I think that's about it.
I think so too.
Thank you so much for watching.
She goes all nice.
Yes. That's how I am. I can flip a switch like that, honey. So listen, here's the thing, guys. We'll be back Thursday evening at 10/9 Central. It'll be me, Deb, and Andrew Gibson. And I told Andrew you weren't going to be on the show, Tyler, and he said, damn it. I'm like, fine.
He's lucky.
Why aren't you going to be here on Thursday?
Huh?
Why aren't you going to be here Thursday?
I have way too much work to do. I can't.
Oh my God.
He has to work,
This is my busy season.
He's busy right now. It's fine. But Kim, how can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Kim Mattina. It's spelled, right there.
I know. It's like, how do you do
right
this?
there. It's right there. Ooh, I found it. And same thing, I think it's Kim Mattina on Facebook. And I think the only thing that's different is it's Kim in Phoenix. Kim in PHX. I think on Instagram. I don't know. I don't go on Instagram. So
Okay. And where will you be tomorrow evening?
tomorrow night, you can catch me on Rob Has a Podcast at 9:15 Eastern, 6:15 Pacific, recapping the episode and spoiling what goes on during the day. And it'll be myself together with Rob's sister Nito. I'm fangirling. And Brent. I love Brent.
That's so exciting.
Tell them we said hi.
I will.
And you could just kind of throw every once in a while, my friend Allison thinks this.
My friend Allison from
Like, Allison who?
Countdown.
Yeah.
Huh? What was
what?
that?
My friend Allison from My Wicked Mother. You can just say it really fast.
It's like, oh
I
my
love
God,
it.
I'm having a weekly meltdown right now.
I did
Just
get the
Exactly.
t-shirt made in time. I apologize. It was one with my face on it with My Weekly Meltdown under it. But anyway, you guys can find Tyler at his thingy. You can find Deborah on her thingy. You know where I am. I'm on Instagram, the.memphis.darling. I'm on Twitter at Summers1977, and that's Summers with an O. SOMMERS 1977. Please subscribe to My Weekly Meltdown on YouTube. You'll get notifications when we go live. Also, have a Facebook page, My Weekly Meltdown. Please like it. Follow my cat Finley at Finley's Insty on Instagram. He is at FINLEY_INSTI.
Is Tyler aware, by the way, that you did get over 100 on the followers? for
Yes,
Finley?
we are currently at 104.
For what?
Finley's Insty.
Oh, congratulations.
I was number 100. I was happy.
Oh, Kim, make sure you stay on because I want to tell you my hiding spot. I want to tell everybody my hiding spot after we.
One last thing I want to plug, since we were talking about Survivor Australia, if you are interested in watching this amazing season, just tweet at me. I'll send you like the hookup for that. So I actually want to do a show to recap the season once it's over, probably.
Yeah.
So we can definitely do that as well.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm going to see Deb in Las Vegas at the end of September.
Oh, so cool. Take a picture together.
Oh.
She's probably going to be my bed buddy.
Oh, that's so great.
I might be sleeping with Deb.
Uh-oh. I don't want that on Pornhub. So behave.
Now you know what I like. Girl,
Well,
you know what I like.
On that note, we're going to
Kim
get
has
out
too
of
much
here.
hair on her head.
We'll be back on Thursday at 10, 9 Central. Goodbye. Good night.
Good
Bye, guys.
Good night.
Deuces.
Peace out. Peace, love.